to Real Life with Andrea. Hash brown morning. It's been a hard one this morning already. We had to execute some really hard things and thinking about ministry. Stay tuned. Good morning and welcome to Real Life with Andrea. This morning is Friday and it is going to be a extremely stressful day. We've had to make some tough decisions over the last few days, and although I believe that they are the right decisions, they are still hard ones to execute. And so I may expound on some of that later, but this morning as I'm driving home from executing one of those decisions, or driving to my mother's house really, I am thinking about, okay, so what's next? How do I manage my day? How do I push through? How do I get work done on all these things? And I am being led, I believe, to consider what my priorities are. And I think it's important that we always think about what our priorities are. But what are the priorities that God has for me? We know that God should be number one. That is a no-brainer when you become a Christian. How we do that and how we execute that can be complicated, but I think that everybody would agree that God should be number one in our lives. Then number two, as a mother, my number two priority should be my children, since I don't have a spouse. My number two priority, spreading the gospel and ministry. Oh, wait. But I need to do that with my children. So I'm trying to work through this whole concept of how do I actively spend time growing a ministry, being in ministry, sharing the gospel with others, loving my community, and balance that with the needs of my children. Or is it that through the needs of my children and through loving them and caring for them and through giving them what they need, that my ministry can grow and thrive? So I'm feeling challenged this morning, to say the least, as I am considering how do I do what I believe God has called me to do and raise a family. Of course, God's called me to raise a family. And how do those two go hand in hand? Because if I grow this wonderful ministry and I bring others to Jesus and I am able to share the gospel and minister to others, but I alienate my children, have I done the right thing? I mean, my children have the potential to go out into all the world also and preach the gospel. And so then I would be multiplying my efforts by making sure that my children are living a life that is going to move in that direction. So as I contemplate these thoughts this morning, on top of my already crazy hectic day, I ask you to pray for me. Pray for all the mothers, all the Christian mothers who want so much for their children, but feel called to do so much, and consider, how do we, as mothers, include our children in anything else that God has called us to do, in making sure that they feel a part of it and they feel loved and they feel supported and valuable. So I thank you for your prayers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Get more information, more videos, more content, more confusion. And I thank you for all your comments. Please pray for me. And if you comment below, I will read them and I do respond to the comments. So thank you so much for your time and we'll see you soon.